Okay, let's get this party started. I'm going to get the chat up here now. All right, let's see how this works. And let me give it a test out here on the YouTubes. Let's see if it comes through on the chat. Give me 1 second here. Okay, looks good. Hello, Connor. How you doing today, buddy? Let me just shift this over here so I can see the chat in my window. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I coming through all right for y'all? Welcome to the live stream. All right. So, let me get out my hat. I am good, Connor, man. I am good. Thank you for asking. What I'm about to do is all of the suggestions that I got from you guys through the week, I'm about to write them down on slips of paper, chuck them in the hat, and yes, that's a Sherlock Holmes Deerstalker cap, because it's a mystery what we're going to get. So that's how I'm rolling today. So let me jot these down real quick on the papers, throw them in the hat, we'll pull them out, and we'll see what we're about to create. So let me just bring up the file here. And see what we got. Okay. Slip of paper, time to write. And cut. Thank you very much, Connor. I figure I have a Sherlock Holmes hat. I might as well use it, you know. All right, suggestions. I'll read off the suggestions as I'm writing it. We got Michael Myers from Blessed Parsley. Let me grab my knife and cut these guys. All right, here. I'll show you what I'm... Oh, that's actually going to wreck up my notebook. So let me get a little cutting mat. I do. I have a little cutting mat. Excellent. Little cutting mat. To remove that. Okie dokie. So we got Michael Myers, we got Big Trouble in Little China. From my buddy Nate on Facebook. We got The Thing. From also on Facebook, Mike Munson. Thank you. We got Jeff the Killer. From CJ. We got Vader, Darth Vader. Not the wrestler, the Darth. And I can't spell. also from CJ. We got Batman from CJ. We got The Blob from Brenda. We got a giant Russian cyborg bear. So giant Russian, I'm going to put bear from, because that's a lot to spell. From Brenda. And we got a tune, which is the giant turtle from Discworld. The entire world rides on. Also from Brenda. Alright, and that's all I got. Those are the suggestions. There's some good ones, some interesting ones. Let me trim them out here real quick. Boom. Come on, baby. Boom. Boom. Trimming them out. Alrighty. Fold them up. And throw them in the hat. Come on, Jeff the Killer, says Connor. I don't know much about Jeff the Killer, to be honest. I know what it is, and I know I've read like a Jeff the Killer thing before. But other than that, I don't really know. Is Jeff the Killer kind of like a big deal? Like in the world of creepypastas, like you got your Slendermans, and I see them as being like the top tier of the creepypastas, and then you got, you know, some other stuff that's well known in that circle, but not really in the mainstream. Is Jeff the Killer kind of like that, or is he pretty big deal? I don't know. I know he's got a creepy face. Okay, so I'll fold it up. He is the god. Oh, really? Is he's like the big deal? He's like the big daddy of the creepypasta world. Huh. Alright, I'm going to throw him in the hat. I'm going to shake it all about. Oh boy. And they're still in just a row. You know what? I want to make this, I think they're just going to sit stacked that way. I'm going to fold them a second time, make them a little smaller. That way they don't just stack on top of each other and chill. So are you saying that Jeff the Killer is like the top tier of the creepypasta world, or in the stories, like he is God? You know what I mean? Like, is he like so powerful that he's able to do like anything? I don't know. I know there's that Russian sleep experiment one I keep hearing about. Creepypasta. And I read the one where the dude is like, I don't know, he's in prison somehow and he has to eat a desk. Oh, boy. Good times. Good times. You know, if I had to eat a desk, I don't know, man. I just like kill you at that point, you know? All right, let's kind of toss these in. Give them a shake. I just want to make sure this seems fair to everybody. So, whoever's watching, let me know if that seems fair to you. Because I'm trying, I don't want to give preferential treatment to anything. Oh, he kills with a knife? Okay. If we pull Jeff the Killer, I can totally draw someone killing with a knife. I'm very good at drawing people killing with a knife. Okay. Nope. Let's give it a one last little... Come here, come out of there. One last little shakeroni. Alright, I have no idea what's what at this point. So I hope that's fair to everybody. So, I wish I had some fanfare music, but honestly, I don't know how to do that on the stream. Okay. All right. I'm drawing now. I can't decide which one to pick. We got Jeff the Killer. We got Jeff the Killer. Was that all right? That's surprising. Was that fair to everybody? Was that good? Was that a good draw? Jeff the Killer it is, folks. Jeff the Killer. Good times. All right, now I'm way ahead of myself here because I'm already ready to rock and roll this time. Oh, someone's coming prepared. I will keep these suggestions in the Sherlock Holmes hat. Maybe we'll use them next time or something like that, but for now, there we go. Alrighty. Jeff the Killer, huh? Let me get a picture of Jeff the Killer. Oh, okay, cool. He's got like a big old smile face. Alright. Aw, he's such a friendly looking guy. And he kills people with a knife. It looks like he's wearing a hoodie in a lot of these. Hey CJ, how you doing, man? Yeah, it was yours. We got Jeff the Killer. I just had to look up what he looks like. I knew he had a creepy face. Okay, does he wear a hoodie in the stories or whatever he's in? Because it looks like a lot of this art is him in a hoodie. And Connor told me he kills with a knife. So a creepy faced knife killer guy. All right. He cut his cheeks open and cut off his eyelids. Okay, yeah, that's good information to have for this drawing. Oh, let me go in real quick. And edit in Twitch if I can. So Jeff the Killer. Done, and let me change it in the YouTubes as well here. Alright, hopefully it should change on the YouTubes. A gray hoodie. He was burned and had surgery done. That's why he looks that way. Oh, okay. Alright guys, Jeff the Killer, let's get right into it. Put the little tag over here so y'all can see it. Thank you guys all for your suggestions, by the way. Much appreciated. I think next week we're going to do a similar thing, but a little bit different. I'm thinking next week is going to be mashup week, right? Where you guys give me suggestions again, and I draw two items from the hat, and I mash them up. Like, so if I drew Jeff the Killer and Michael Myers from the hat this week, I'd be doing a Jeff fighting Michael Myers picture, or something like that, right? So this week we're just going to go static. But next week we're going to do that mashup. I think that's going to be fun. What's going to be his pose? I feel like I need to concentrate on the face because he's got such a fun and creepy face. He was burned by bullies? Oh no. That's no good. You're gonna time travel next week. I wish I could time travel. Oh, if I could time travel, I would do lots of fun stuff. I don't know if I'd go to next week, but yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun one. I've been wanting to do some mashup stuff. I've had a lot of fun recently doing like the Bigfoot and Godzilla one I did, and I did a for the same gentleman that got that one, I did the Pacific Rim versus Godzilla. Like, that was a blast. What was the other one? Damn, I just did it too. I'm having trouble remembering, but I want to do a like Captain Picard, like a Star Trek, and they are going to be fighting like Picard and Worf and those guys, like fighting off the aliens from Alien, the Xenomorphs. I think that would be a lot of fun. So, does Jeff the Killer have a specific kind of knife that he uses? Like a hunting knife or a kitchen knife, or is it unspecified? Connor, am I a self-taught artist? Yes, kind of. I would argue that I largely am. I went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh here when I graduated high school. However, I did not graduate. I actually didn't do super hot there, to be honest with you. Nothing to do with my... Well, yeah, it had everything to do with my artistic abilities and then just too much partying and stuff like that, unfortunately. But I have to say that after that, I didn't do much art, and for like 8 years, I was doing technical support for a healthcare company, and I hated it, hated the corporate thing, and I really wanted to pursue art. So I got out books, I started practicing, like all that kind of stuff. And it was there that I really hit my stride, like artistically. So for the most part, yeah, I would say I'm a self-taught artist, but that's, you know, that's my art story right there. Got a lot of books. Like, I have a lot of books on drawing, and then the practicing as well was a big deal to do that kind of stuff. So there you go. I hope that answers your question. CJ, 90% it's a kitchen knife? Okay. 90% is good enough for me. Buddy, you could have said you're 30% sure it's a kitchen knife, and that would have been good enough for me. I would have gone kitchen knife. So, yeah, let's get that in. The nice fist. Doesn't quite look like he's grabbing the knife. Man, wish I had a knife. Wish I had a kitchen knife on me. Got one downstairs, but I don't want to leave you guys hanging while I go try to get it. Not quite right. I don't know what I need to do for that. So it's like coming down kind of a deal. Like that. It'd be this way. Do I have a knife sitting around here? Let me see. Nope, no knives. I got swords. No knives. Got an X-Acto knife, that's about it. Oh, thank you, CJ. I'm just gonna do a quick Google search here. Holding kitchen knife. That's the great thing about the internet. Oh, that's not too bad. There we go. Get a little reference anytime you need to. You know, it's better to shoot your own, but if you don't have that option, okay, that should give me enough info. These kitchen knives have shorter handles. They don't have the big end sticking up on the side like that. Like that. Is he holding it upside down? I don't think so. So, let me just stick with that for now. I might want to fix that up a little bit later. Killed his mom and his dad. Aw. Why didn't he kill the bullies? That's who he should have killed. The bullies. Okay, we will leave that sit for a minute there. I'm having trouble visualizing this knife. But so, he has no eyelids and these big ol' eyeballs. He killed his mom after... So Jeff the Killer killed his mom after she walked in on him cutting his cheeks to make a smile. The bullies tried to kill him, and I think he managed to... Oh, good, good. I'm glad Jeff has killed the bullies. Alright, so let's get in nose here. And he's horribly burnt? Is that right? Or did he have, like, reconstructive surgery, but it, like, left him, like, insane looking? Like with a smooth face. So I'm going to go with kind of a no lip look for him. Reconstructed surgery, okay. White skins from the burns, okay, we could do that. That's what I was noticing in the pics. Yeah, this is all kind of familiar. Like, I know I've read something with Jeff the Killer in it, and this is all vaguely familiar. You know? So I'm going to actually... I got to watch out then. If it's white skin, I can't be doing pencil lines all over the place, because white is... with the Copics, a lot of the very light colors are going to... pick up the pencil and start doing that. Rip-off version of the Joker. So that'll be all like red in there. And then it looks like he's... Let's give him that hoodie, the top of the hoodie here. There we go. And it looks like he has long hair in some of these drawings. Like anime hair. So I don't know if he's supposed to have long hair or not, but We could do long hair. Procreate 4, very cool, man. That's awesome. How do you like the new? Do you have the like latest version of the iPad, or is it like a new to you iPad? How are you liking it? I don't do much with the iPads, honestly. A couple of my buddies have iPads, and I like them. From what I've seen, they seem like they're cool. They're cool stuff. All right, I feel like he's not creepy enough here. So in some of these pictures, man, he is like creepy as all get out. So I definitely want my Jeff the Killer to be like beyond creepy, if that makes sense. Here he looks like he's just a happy dude. Just chilling. Oh, and thank you, Connor. He has black hair. It's good to know. So he's got, yeah, the eyes, I'm a little iffy. The eyes look too fun. I want to make this guy I want him to be soul piercing. I want you to have nightmares looking at my drawing of Jeff the Killer. So we're gonna have to work with that to make it terrible. Maybe bigger eyes. Bigger, you think? So okay, so I know that the eyes are surrounded by a black, they're very sunken in and hollow eyes. So I'm just kind of drawing the area that will be blackened around them. And you said bigger eyes. So you know what? I gotta say, this is an improvement as to what we had. So we're getting better. We're getting better. We're getting there. We're getting there. I definitely, if he has no eyebrows, I definitely need the ridge of the brow skin to show his anger here. So guys, I took someone's, I can't remember who said this, and I apologize, but someone recommended the MTV Scream show. I've been watching that. It's been surprisingly pretty good, I have to say. So thank you guys for that. I was unable to check out The Mummy, unfortunately. But I did see Alien Covenant as well. And I have mixed feelings about it. But all in all, not terrible. Oh, and CJ, you're saying the iPads are regular. But it's good. Cool. Procreate 4 is amazing. Oh, great. Oh, you can go live too. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Once you get... once you want to do that, go live or whatever, let me know, because I'll tune in if I'm available. If I'm available. But yeah, that's cool, man. And feel free. I don't mind, guys. If you want to drop a link to your own channels or whatever in the chat, go for it. Maybe somebody will check it out. Maybe they won't. Don't expect too much, but feel free to go ahead. And Cry Wolf with John Bon Jovi. Hey, is that the one with Frankie Muniz, the kid from Malcolm in the Middle, in it? Is that one, Connor? I don't remember Bon Jovi being in it, though. That's odd. That's something I would remember. I'd be like, oh, that's the Bon Jovi horror movie. And if I'm not mistaken, if it's the one I'm thinking about, okay, sorry, the chat, I need to scroll down. If that's what I'm thinking about, it's with the video game, right? Okay, so let's see. The eyes look amazing, thanks. And Scream was good, and The Mummy was awesome. I'm jealous. I do want to check it out now. I've been wanting to. Our Redbox was out. And, yeah, let me know. Legend, yeah, right. But yeah, no problem, CJ. And Connor... No, it wasn't the one with the video games and Frankie Muniz. Huh. Which one was Cry Wolf then? Hey Kevin, how you doing, man? We are drawing Jeff the Killer. We drew him out of a hat. So this is Jeff the Killer. He was apparently a kid that was burned horribly and had reconstructive surgery. And then he like cut his face apart and became nuts and started killing people. So that's what we're drawing today. So good times. Vampire movie. You know what, CJ? I think you might be right, because I'm vaguely recalling Bon Jovi being in a vampire movie, but I can't remember which one. Damn. I cannot remember. Maybe. Bon Jovi's vampire movie. I don't care if the movie has another name. It would just then be called Bon Jovi Vampire Film. But Cry Wolf, I don't know if I've seen that. Connor, I have seen so many movies. It's about two students, how to make a killer, wearing an orange ski mask, and it comes true. That sounds so familiar, man. I have no idea. I'm going to say, if I have seen it, which I might have, I'm going to need to watch it again, clearly, because I don't remember it. Is it a good one then, Connor? Would you recommend Cry Wolf, the movie? Come down. Okay, I know that the knife here isn't the best angle, but that's okay for me for now. I'm okay with that for me for now. "10 out of 10. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, and John Carpenter you know, I have, hold on one second here, because it's right on my shelf. So I got John Carpenter's Vampires right there. Is John Bon Jovi in this? Oh my god, you can barely see the things. It doesn't say John Bon Jovi, but he might have been in a sequel too. And yes, Kevin, I'd be upset too if I put this kid back together and then he ups and, like, mutilates himself. Alright guys, so what are we thinking of the Jeff the Killer face and all that fun stuff? The second Vampires, okay. I don't have that one on tape. I need to find it. So we have a tiny bit of space here in the background. What are we going to do back in here? Like, does he... Jeff the Killer, I vaguely recall him coming out of like a closet or something. Is that right? Jeff the Killer coming out of like a coat, like a bedroom closet. We can put a bedroom closet back there. Thanks, guys. I don't know why I vaguely recall closet with him. I don't know, but we'll do that. And we can do some... because actually these lines that are like the slats... Here's a little artist trick for you. If you want someone to kind of focus on something, you can use the things around it. Like these slats, right, are the... like slots from a closet door, but they all are kind of vaguely pointing into his like face area. It'll kind of help to make you look there. Same with some of this blood down here. All right, we'll add a light. And Connor asks if I've seen the news about Halloween. What I apparently have not. What news are you talking about? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. CJ said the Jamie Lee Curtis. Yes, I have seen that on Facebook. That is awesome. I'm super pumped about that. Now, is John Carpenter going to be doing it, or is it somebody else going to be doing the Halloween movie? I hope it's John Carpenter. I love John Carpenter, so that would be awesome. Let me make sure I'm at the bottom of the chat here, because sometimes it doesn't go down. Okay. Get some water. Water with ice, yes. Alright, and the dust brush. And let's get to it. I just ordered, hey Gamer Spirit, how you doing, man? And yes, John Carpenter's doing the, oh, that's so good. That's excellent news. That's great. Guys, I just, the other day, because Drawloween's coming, I just ordered like 15 refills for markers. So that was, that hurt in the wallet department, but it's got to be done, you know. But I'm excited. I got a couple new ones too, a couple new markers. It's going to be good. Gamer Spirit, I'm doing great today. How are you doing? And Kevin, no, I mentioned it about the Mummy. I mentioned earlier, I went to get it at Redbox and they were out in my area, unfortunately. So I got Alien Covenant instead, but I do really want to watch. The Mummy. Unfortunately, they didn't, because that's the one I wanted to see. But Alien won out for me. CJ, you're doing Drawloween. Oh man. Did you check them out on Facebook and get the calendar and all that stuff? A Gamer Spirit installing Windows 7. Fun times, man. That's cool. I would have been super impressed if you're like, I installed Windows 95 on an old PC. I'd be like, yes. Or Windows 3.1. Kevin, the new Alien was... I would recommend the movie itself. Like, it's a really good movie on its own, but it messes with the lore of the Aliens universe, which I did not like. So, like, I liked the movie, but kind of hated its place in the series, if that makes any sense. But if you just watch it on its own and you don't really care too much about, you know, the aliens and the mythology and stuff, then it's pretty good. All right, I'm just catching up here, and CJ, yep, cool, saving on the iPad, man, the Procreate, so that's awesome. Yeah, if you get into it, man. Even if you don't do videos, if you just do the art, it's a fun challenge. It's good stuff. And Windows Vista on a new PC. Oh, man. Good stuff. That's what we should be drawing for a frightening image. The Windows Vista loading screen. But yeah, Windows 95 is awesome. I remember Windows 3.1 and how I thought it was amazing, because before that it was DOS. And to actually have, like, graphics, incredible. Space Pinball. Have you guys out there in Chatland been watching any movies or anything? Space Pinball would be fun. I used to like that you could... he looks like the Joe Connor. Is that bad or good? Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is... I don't know what Jeff the Killer's necessarily supposed to look like. But, I hope that's not bad. I hope he doesn't look too Joker. You guys let me know. Oh, that's cool that Procreate saves your stuff in time-lapse so you can do it. That's awesome, man. Very cool. Okay, it's good? Good, thank you. I was worrying that he might be too jokery. But if it's good, it's good. And all the Saw movies... Nice. Hey, did you go see that? Did you go see the new one, Connor? And don't add green. Oh man, CJ, I'm adding all the green. No, I will refrain from jokerizing this guy. Yeah, did you see the new Saw? As I had scrolled down, Gamer Spirit, man, the first Alien, it's so good, so good. Oh, Connor, I'm sorry, man, that sucks. That's the pits, man. I remember being, younger than 16 and trying to get in to see movies. And they're like, no. Well, I have no idea. We're not allowed, we're not allowed to talk about ages here. But I don't know. I'm just saying to you guys, I remember when I was that age. I have no idea how old you are. And I'm not asking either. But I'm just saying, I remember when I was that age, like 16 or whatever, and wasn't allowed in to see movies and stuff like that. And it sucked. It sucked royally. So I love horror movies, and the good ones are not rated PG-13. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. CJ, I don't know when the new Saw comes out. I thought last time. Somebody said it was coming out like now, but you may be right. I don't know. And new Jeepers Creepers, Kevin. I haven't seen a trailer for that either. Damn. I gotta get caught up, guys. I am slacking. I am slacking. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I actually, you know what? I like the first two Jeepers Creepers movies. They're pretty interesting. And I like movies with like a good lore and mythology to them and stuff like that. And Jeepers Creepers definitely has that. And Gamer Spirit, TerrorVision is a classic. You know what? The fact that it did not win all the Academy Awards for like 87 or whatever is a travesty, because that movie deserved to win all the Oscars. I love TerrorVision. I have the song stuck in my head now. Did you guys ever see the Deadly Spawn? That's another fun one. I need to do that. I need to do a video on that too one of these days. Ooh. They're going to explain what the creeper is. That's cool. I'm into that. I hope it's not stupid, because I've seen a lot of movies where they're like, we're going to explain to you what the thing is. And it's dumb as hell. A.k.a. Alien Covenant. Even though I like that movie. But yeah, I hope the creeper's something awesome. Yeah, and TerrorVision, it should have won every Oscar. They should have like prorated it so that it won Oscars from like the 40s too. Just every year. Okay. Let's add in the gum line here. There we go. There, little gums. That's awesome. It does sound like there's a lot of cool movies coming out this year. Oh, thank you, CJ. Mouth and eyes are perfect. We're getting there. We're getting there, man. You're getting there. Let me use some of this brick white. I rarely use this, but it's good for giving a little bit of shade to white things. Just a pinch. Because we want to be able to tell where the bottom of his teeth are. And then we need to just fade that into like nothing. So what do I got for that? Got like a super pale yellow. That's even more yellow than I want. So let's see. Gamer Spirit, you have no idea what I remember as to what passed for a horror movie. I have seen some of the schlockiest garbage ever made by human beings. So yes, like Pepperidge Farm, I remember. And let's see. Continuously audited by the IRS. You know what, Kevin? That's not the dumbest explanation for a creature in a horror movie that I've ever seen or heard about. And Connor, you're asking, do I like The Woodman? I'm not entirely sure what that is, to be honest with you. I'm not a huge... If that's like a creepypasta like Jeff the Killer, I don't know as much about those as I would honestly like to. But yeah, tell me about The Woodman. What's his deal? Let me know. I'm always interested in learning new stuff. Oh, the IRS. Auditing the poor creeper. Well, in the first movie, wasn't the creeper, didn't he like live in the basement below an abandoned church? He should not be paying taxes if he is a man of the cloth or runs a church. I don't know if that's picking up, but I'm just giving some very subtle lines there in the teeth. Oh, the Wolfman. Connor, I'm a huge Wolfman guy. Love it. Love me the Wolfman. I even like the Benicio del Toro. You know, the one that came out a while back. And let's see. Yeah, messing with the IRS. Yeah, we'll do it. And Gamer Spirit, how much would a commission from me cost? Honestly, Gamer Spirit, it depends on the size and the medium and stuff like that. Like if you're doing a marker drawing like this, then it would be one price. If you want it like 8x10 by another, it would be another. I tell you what, if you want, shoot me an email and we can work out the details. But usually for something like this, it's honestly not too much. Yeah, at least I think so. I try to keep my prices fair. You know what I mean? And Connor, do I have Instagram? I do. I do. I don't use it as much as I would like to be honest with you. I need to get on there more. However, it's Colin Richards Art is my Instagram handle, I think it is. So let me check that. And if you go to the Twitch site, there is there should be a link for it. Yeah, no problem, Gamer Spirit, man. I'm usually pretty, like I said, flexible and available. No problem. Now you got me all intrigued because I don't know what you're gonna want. You know, it could be something crazy or awesome or crazy awesome. I don't know. Let's work a little more on getting these eyes darker because I used like a cool gray, like a 7 in there. Northwest has been messing with you. Oh, is that where you are now, Gamer Spirit, in the north? I thought you were in like Oklahoma or something. Or is it Northwest Bank? I don't know. Northwest Bank? Maybe? I have no idea. I don't even know. I'm just babbling at this point. This is the quality content you guys tune in week to week to see. To me, just babbling and losing my mind. Okay, scroll down. Kevin, if there is an old car on a sinking boat, I'm still not going to draw you like one of my French girls. Connor, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And Gamer Spirit, okay, you're in Texas now, man. The bank doesn't like you. I'm sorry to hear that. That's super frustrating. You know? Super frustrating. How is Texas, Gamer Spirit? Were you at all affected by the hurricane or anything like that? I'm sorry, I didn't even think to ask before. I'm like the most inconsiderate dude. Okay, so gray hoodie, we're adding that in. And this cool gray number 3 is dying fast. I just bought a refill for it. But 4 is looking juicy. 4 is looking nice and juicy. Yeah, dealing with the bank and stuff, that sucks. Just ask the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. He's been dealing with that crap forever. Turned him into a bloodthirsty monster, according to Kevin Marshall. Well, that's good, Gamer Spirit. I'm glad to hear it. I am glad to hear it, man, because that was some bad news. We had a few relatives who were affected minor league. Nothing major, thankfully, but even still, what a bad situation, you know. But good that you're okay, man. All right, so we're getting in the hands here, and I'm just kind of using, like, since he has white skin. So what I'm considering when I'm doing this is what color the environment that he's in, because white will reflect those colors. So I'm trying to think, if he's in like a bedroom that's dark, we're gonna have like, for instance, where these edges are, we're gonna have some like very dark blue, like it's nighttime, right? So his white skin is gonna be picking up a couple of hints of blue, you know, like the almost the darkness, just very subtly, very, very subtly. Oh, Gamer Spirit, that's... I'm glad you made it down there, buddy. That's great. Alright here, so we need to get a very light blue. Pennsylvania. One of my favorite states of all time. All time. It's this kind of light blue. This is blue 60, or blue 60 as it were. Saw versus Jason. Who would win? Oh, I love these questions. Oh man. Okay, so, and debate amongst yourselves, man, in the chat too, because I love all the inputs. Okay, Saw versus Jason. Who would win? Okay, so straight up, if it was like a physical confrontation, of course, Jason would beat cancer-ridden Tobin Bell's ass. Like, that's... There's no hands about it, you know what I mean? No questions asked. If it was Tobin Bell versus Jason would win. And if we're dealing with the undead Jason, then I think he'd be able to handle the traps with no problem, because he's like a zombie. He's undead. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter if you gas him or like try to crush him or whatever, he'll just bust out. But original Jason, I don't think has the intelligence to escape from any of Jigsaw's traps. So if Jigsaw kidnapped like regular dude Jason and stuck him in a trap, I think it would definitely go Saw. So that's your complicated answer. Oh yeah, the trick-or-treat picture from last year. That was a good one. I really enjoyed doing that. Thank you. How many of us have met Colin in person? Gamer Spirit, I have met me in person, so you can count that as one. And they're making a new trick-or-treat. That's awesome. That's good. I love Trick or Treat. It was a great movie. If you guys haven't seen Trick or Treat, the anthology horror movie, it's a good one. Jason couldn't swim. Kevin, have you played the Friday the 13th NES game? When you're out on the boat and Jason attacks you, he can clearly swim. Come on, man. That's canon. Remake Freddy Krueger versus Michael Myers. Yeah, that would be cool. I liked Freddy versus Jason. Like, I thought it was pretty damn good. I wish they would do more. And yeah, it would be great to see like Michael Myers get involved with that. That would actually be a really cool movie. Any of those guys fighting would be great. Freddy Krueger versus Freddy Fazbear. The Battle of the Freddys. So that's another one, guys, that's on my list of like, my bucket list of like things I need to do. I have not yet played any of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, but I hear they're awesome, and they got a lot of pop culture. Like, a lot of people like them. Are they worth it? Five Nights at Freddy's? Remake Jason and remake Michael Myers. Oh. I actually like the Friday the 13th remake. And I actually like the Rob Zombie Halloween movies. That's cool. Yeah, CJ, I know what you're saying. I got you the first time. It's cool. But I do appreciate you trying to correct spelling, because I'm like a grammar Nazi and stuff. I hate to admit, but that's cool, man. But yeah, I wasn't thinking like Michael Myers. Who the hell is he referring to? There's nobody by that name. But thank you. Yeah, I hear that, the jump scares are like a big deal, Gamer Spirit. Yeah, I definitely want to check them out. 'Cause it's just one of those things, time more than anything. I haven't had the time to really sit down and play much. Oh, cool. Well, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, I love horror stuff. You guys know that. I draw freaking monsters for a living, right? But that's the thing. If it gets somebody into horror, then there's something there. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put that any better. Like, it's special. And that's kind of the thing I always, believe, that like everything is special to somebody. Like, even like some crappy movie like Plan 9 from Outer Space or whatever, that's somebody's like legitimate favorite movie, or they saw something like that and they were legitimately like, wow, I kind of want to see more of this kind of stuff, and got them into the genre in the first place. So gotta respect. Yeah, I'll have to check that out then. I know a lot of people play them, a lot of people love them, and I kind of want to know what all the fuss is about myself, Plus the jump scares, I think that can be fun. Like sometimes in movies it's lame when you're like, oh, it's some girl is like, who's there? And it's the cat. The cat was there. But I don't know, if the whole point is the jump scares, then that's like its own thing, Gotta respect that. And yeah, Plan 9 impacted a few people. Plan 9, so good. Oh, and my eraser breaks. Great. Let's just use the end here. You bought a Plan 9 coffee from Conrad Brooks? Outstanding. So this is where we're going to draw in some of this blood here coming from the knife. And because I kind of want to start coloring around the blood. So got to do that. Oh, and retroactive gore blood warning. I know it, I think you guys are all cool in the chat, but if anybody's out there watching, it's about to get bloody up in here for a minute. So if that's a thing you don't like, you should have tuned out a bit ago. Conrad Brooks hit on your mom. That's awesome. That's good stuff. He is a character, man. He's like every Monster Bash. He's great. Good old Conrad. Okay, I'm feeling like this is coming along nice so far. Let's do the top of the knife here in like a brown. There we go. We'll just kind of fill that in for now, and we can add some color. Oh, thanks, CJ. Thank you, Gamer Spirit. I appreciate it, guys. I'm not gonna stop now. We're gonna keep going on this bad boy. I just need a nice dark color, like, there we go. That's good, just to offset that little bit of end of the knife. The end of the knife. Alright, so then we got to get one more of this hair put in with the grays here around. This is gonna get tricky. And I apparently used the wrong cool gray. Good. Oh, Colin. Why do you do this to yourself? This isn't so bad. Sometimes I like draw and I have to go like around all the fine details, and it's such a huge pain in the butt. This is good. Gamer Spirit, actually, I have the first Monster Bash I ever attended. Before I was a vendor there, I met Riku Browning, the creature, and Julia Adams, who was the girl from that movie, and I got them to autograph a big poster that's actually right in my art room, right on the wall in front of me, like a big autograph poster with both of them in it. So I definitely met them. I've actually talked to Riku on a number of occasions. I don't generally like to get my picture taken with the celebrities necessarily. You know what I mean? It's good enough for me to just grab the autograph, which is good. Now, I did get my picture taken with Carolyn Monroe when I met her, because she's kind of an old crush of mine, you know. But so that was nice to meet her, and she was super nice too. But yeah, generally I don't get my picture taken with the celebrities. Yep, Kevin, you have met me in person. I can confirm that as fact. Good times. Yeah, they've had a number of cool celebrities at the Monster Bash that I've really enjoyed meeting and talking to. Sometimes I get an autograph, sometimes I don't. Did I get a piece of the Blob? No, I have not. Although I actually know Wes through Monster Bash. Wes, who owns the Blob, and his wife Judy are actually like friends of mine. Like, we've emailed back and forth and we talk. I did a piece of art for them, which is in my portfolio. Like, I saw prints of it, but it's the Blob piece I did. They have the original of that. So, but I did not get a piece of that. Or I'm sorry, who was selling? Was it Chris Yearworth that was selling? Was he selling pieces of the Blob at that Monster Bash? I don't remember if he was or not. I can't recall. But Wes and Judy, who own the Blob prop, I know them, and they're really nice. They're really nice people. So that's pretty great. John Cusack, yeah, Kevin, that's going to be a good one. I might actually have to pull a trigger and go to that one. I don't know if it's on Gamer Spirit. I do not know if it's on my website or not. Truth be told, honest to God, I need to do some updating there in a big way. So I don't know if it's on the portfolio or not. There. It was the director's son. Okay, yep, that was. I think that's either Chris or Sonny Yearworth. I can't remember which one. But yeah, he's a nice guy too. I don't know him, other than having just met him and like said hey. But yeah, John Cusack would be a good one. Kevin, what's your favorite John Cusack movie, out of curiosity? What's everybody's favorite John Cusack movie? I am asking the chat, what is your guys' favorite John Cusack movie? I don't know what mine would be. I do like Grosse Pointe Blank, but I don't know if it's my favorite Cusack movie. I love Say Anything is amazing. He's great in that. Lloyd, Kickboxing Lloyd. Yeah, Better Off Dead is up there too. Thank you. Hot Tub Time Machine. Hot Tub Time Machine is good. Hey, let's tie all these loose threads together. The French exchange student from Better Off Dead, the John Cusack classic, was played by Diane Franklin, who is the main teenage girl in Terror Vision. So it's all connected, everybody. It's the universe is a perfect circle that never repeats, or some weird stuff like that. I don't know. You know, time is a flat circle, I guess. But yeah, so there's your John Cusack Terror Vision trivia for the day. I would say, too, another one of mine would be One Crazy Summer. I love One Crazy Summer. I have the DVD and I watch it every summer. Sometimes One Crazy Summer I watch in the wintertime, like when I'm like, damn, it's cold out and I kind of hate this and all that jazz, and I just need a blast of like beach time shenanigans. You know, One Crazy Summer usually fits the bill there. And now, thank you, Kevin, I also have the Better Off Dead theme song stuck in my head. So I appreciate that. Better off dead than to live without you. Yeah, that's going to be cool. John Cusack, man. That's a great name to get in. Like, because he's done so much, it's not just like he does horror and sci-fi and stuff, you know? He's done, like, all kind of movies. I think he's going to bring a huge crowd out. So that's cool. Yeah, it does have Bobcat in it. Bobcat Goldthwait in a Godzilla outfit, no less, going just completely bananas. That's great. I love at the end of One Crazy Summer when Bill Murray's brother, who's in the movie, is trying to like get Bobcat to row the boat faster. And he's like telling him wrestling stuff. He's like, if we don't get back, you're gonna miss wrestling. And Mr. Congeniality says he can take on such and such. And Bobcat's like, wow, freaks out. So good. So good. CJ, if you buy this, you need to hang it up like right on the ceiling above your bed. So every morning when you open your eyes, it's the first thing that you see. That's where it's got to go, man. That's the only good place in a bedroom for this. Or you tape it to the inside of your refrigerator, so every time you open your fridge, it's in there. It like stares you in the face. Alright, so I'm going to use on his face some very light warm grays, I think, to like shade in the neck area. So I don't even know if the camera will pick this up. This is warm gray number 0. So it's pretty light, and unfortunately will pick up any pencil, like the lead that's hanging out, but Should be enough to at least tone it a little bit. And then we're going to go up to Warm Gray 1 and just give a little extra dark under the chin. Right where the chin and the neck meet. It's smearing a little bit, but I don't think too bad. Yeah, Kevin. I know what you're talking about. Well, that guy was a jerk anyway. He deserved to have Bobcat cut up his precious ride. And Jeremy Piven was that jerk's best friend in the movie. Slobs versus snobs. I love those kind of movies. I don't know what it is, man. You know, like Meatballs is like that, and Stripes. Pretty much most early Bill Murray stuff. But you know, I love the whole I love the snobs versus slobs stuff. It's always good times. Okie dokie. So, let's get into the knife here. So I'm going to start off with a little grayish lavender. And then we're going to use cool grays to kind of blend down into here. Should have waited last to throw in this red. It is so, I don't know, not pungent, but it just smears and smears, which isn't necessarily bad. Hopefully it looks like blood. What's my favorite Bobcat movie? Oh man, that's tough. Honestly, you know, I hate to say it, it might be One Crazy Summer again, because I love that movie, and Bobcat's in it. Alright, so let's add some mahogany here. I don't know. I feel like at one point in time, Bobcat was a cartoon cat in a movie, but that might have been a fever dream one day that I had. I don't know. Oh, thank you, CJ. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I was wondering about that, if it would or not or what. So, that turned out not too shabby. It's happy accidents, as Bob Ross, patron saint of this channel, would say. Happy accidents. Okay, so this is coming along decently. I think this needs to be just a pinch darker over here and under the hair. Kind of like a shadow where the hair is falling. Keep it light. That. There we go. I'm happy with that. Let's kind of get some dark up here as well. Just a little, just a bit, just a wee bit. Shakes the clown. Oh my god. I forgot about Shakes the Clown. Jeez. Bobcat, I think, is one of those comedians that's very divisive. You know? Like, I think there's a lot of people out there that would hate his shtick. Kind of like Pauly Shore, who I love, frankly. But I think Bobcat falls in that category. Like, people would hate him. Some people hate him. Some people love him. Gilbert Gottfried's another one. Anyone with an irritating voice, really. Oh, sorry, Gamer Spirit. What did you find, man? Sorry about that. Oh, I guess I have nothing to apologize for. I don't control the chats. I mean, not like the technical aspect of it. By the way, if anybody has a suggestion for like a bot, I definitely want to start having the like the chat show up in the video. So if someone's on Twitch, which I hope I get people on Twitch at some point, the YouTube folks can see that, and you know, people watching, playing the home game as it were, can see what everybody's saying if you're watching this video afterwards, because now it just looks like I'm a crazy person talking to myself. Oh, the picture of me, is that with, I'm like reaching my hand out, like reaching out for the window? I wonder where you found that. Was that on a Google search or was that like on Facebook? Because I think I posted that one to Facebook. That was for the Jason picture I did. Yeah, I was going to say, most of the reference I shoot of myself I don't put online because, good lord, it's embarrassing, but that's okay. Okay, let's see here. What color are we going to make the doors? So we went with blue for the back. I think I'm going to do like a light blue. Like a little bit lighter, keep them all together in terms of color family. That's funny that you found that, man. That was fun to do. Although sometimes, man, it is hard to, some of that is hard to shoot unless you have somebody taking the picture for you. If that makes sense. Thanks, Gamer Spirit. Have fun, man. Enjoy. Oh, thank you, CJ. I appreciate it, man. I try, you know. I just want to, I love art and doing it. You know, like I love doing this kind of stuff. So it's fun, and I'm really glad I get to share it with you guys. So thank you all for tuning in, by the way. I really do appreciate, you know what I mean? Well, I need to stop saying you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Verd? No, I do appreciate you all tuning in, and checking out the stuff. That's why I like to, that's kind of why I wanted to do the streaming, and just to be able to chat with people and kind of have some like real-time interaction, stuff like that. So it's been fun. Honestly, this is what, the third stream, and I've really enjoyed the heck out of myself each time. And that's all because of you guys, so thank you. Let's hope this blue doesn't pick up the pencil. So yeah, as I was saying at the beginning of the chat, in case some of you guys that came in later, I know Connor, if you're still there, you were here. But I was saying next week, what we're going to do is, just like this week when I had people give me suggestions throughout the week that I put into a hat and drew one, which ended up being Jeff the Killer here. I'm going to take suggestions, and we're going to put them in a hat, and I'm going to draw 2 of them. And whichever 2 I draw is going to be like a mashup thing. So if like someone puts in Bigfoot and someone puts in like My Little Pony, and I draw those 2, I have to do something in relation to that. Or like, you know, we've been talking about Michael Myers. If it's Michael Myers and, I don't know, Care Bears, doing something like that. So that's what next week is doing. So make sure you drop me your suggestions on Facebook, on a YouTube comment, private message me, call my phone, whatever. It's all good in the hood. Just so long as I get them in before. I'm going to go again with, we'll do like Thursday at 2 o'clock, like an hour before the stream, you know? How does the movie end up that I'm drawing? Kevin, I don't know, honestly, because Jeff the Killer is like a creepypasta. frankly, I don't know a ton about him. So I assume that he ends up stabbing the bejesus out of somebody's face based on what I'm drawing. So I assume that's what happens. I know I read a Jeff the Killer thing where he came out of somebody's closet and he had a horrifying face. So that's kind of what I'm doing here now. You know, I need a blue that's darker. Over here, let's darken that up. To blue. Agate. Blue 99, baby. So yeah, it's not really a movie. It's like online stories. And I can recommend, like, though I don't know a ton about Jeff the Killer, I can recommend, like, the Godzilla NES creepypasta. I actually like that one. Slenderman is cool, and there's a couple other ones. Guys, if you're into creepypastas, because I'm not as much, but let me know your suggestions. Let everybody in the chat know the suggestions. And some of the stories, too, are like, they're quick. You can get through them pretty quick. I like the SCP Foundation. I think that's pretty cool. Michael Myers versus Jeff the Killer, and Beetlejuice versus Shrek. Oh, man. That would be a good one. Yeah, but that's just it. So what I want is, the suggestions are just like, give me a suggestion of, like, Shrek. I put Shrek in the pot, and then I draw it out, and whatever I draw out with it is what we do. So we might get something completely banana wacky. You know what I mean? Like, we could end up doing, like, Shrek versus the Smurfs, or something like that. And so what I want to do then is, I feel like, you know, it's my job to be the one to interpret that. So it could be like Shrek is stomping on the Smurfs, or maybe they're using grappling hooks to, like, bring him down so they can, I don't know, cook him into Smurfberry Shrek stew or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, we could go all out, like, balls to the walls crazy with this. You know what I mean? So that's gonna be the fun of it. Like, how do we interpret those two things? Some of them will probably be pretty straightforward. Like, if we get Freddy versus Michael Myers, right? I mean, you could do that pretty easily. But when you get those weird things, that's gonna be interesting. So that's exciting. Okay, the story goes, yeah. Oh, he does hide in closets. Excellent. Good deal. Go to sleep. Neat. That's fun. Thank you, CJ. Gamer Spirit, Shrek in the Hat, Grimace, 8 Men Out. Hey, Son of Platypus, how you doing today? Okay, so here's what I want. Go to my... Because the chat it doesn't save. Like, the chat does not save when the video's done. So either shoot me an email with your suggestions, or throw it on a Facebook, like private message me, or add it to a post, or whatever. I'm going to say everybody gets 3 suggestions. Because we could be, you know, if it was like me, I would suggest literally all day, like everything. So throw it on a comment on YouTube, you know. But like in the chat, I'm gonna say, just for my own peace of mind, needs to be somewhere other than the chat. But feel free to go ahead and like ruminate here. But anything in the chat doesn't count. It needs to be in a Facebook comment, an email, a comment on a YouTube video, just somewhere that's more permanent. The Grimace versus the Guyver. Derpy Shrek and me. Ah, thank you. That'll be a good one. Okay, does Jeff the Killer... actually, I'm not feeling that yellow, so I'm going to tone that down even a little more. To be honest with you. Does Jeff the Killer, does he have a certain eye color? Like, does he have, like, red eyes, or is it just, like... I don't know. brown, blue eyes or something like that. Because I'm almost ready to start inking. I just want to do a little more on the face. Just with some cool grays. Yeah, Gamer Spirit, my God, that will be the first picture of me anyone's drawn. With derpy Grimace. Oh, Grimace. You and the Hamburglar are my favorite McDonald's land people. And then let me get out some warms. Most people go with black. Well, I'm not most people. I don't know. We might have to go with like red here, because we can always add in black later. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do something. We're gonna try something, and then if that doesn't work, we'll just make it black. Let me add in some warm grays here. I feel like that's too cool. And same with his hands here. I'm going to tone him down just a pinch. It's too bad. I don't know what it is. I think it's pencil lines right there. They will not erase. And that's a shame. Alright, and the other thing I want to do is I feel like his eyes, they're dark. I need to make them even darker. Keep all the suggestions, but leave out the ones that you select. That way, at some point, you might get to all of them. Yeah, Kevin, that's actually something I'm doing with our current crop of suggestions for this week that we had. Jeff the Killer is out because we're doing them now, but the rest of them are still in the hat. So we got some fun ones in there, like Big Trouble in Little China and The Thing and stuff like that. So that will be good. It'll be fun. I think the mashup thing will be a lot of fun to do. It's going to be fun to draw out and see like just what we get. I hope it's something completely like bonkers. You know, yeah, somebody put bonkers in there. What the bonkers was the cartoon cat that Jeff, not Goldblum, Bobcat Goldthwait was, right? I got Jeff in my head. Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Jeff Goldblum was once a cartoon cat. Now that's a movie. And then I think I want to get it a little bit darker right in where the teeth meet. Going out like that. Exeter from This Island Earth. Nice. Big foreheads for life, my friends. Big foreheads for life. A little bit of shading where the hair is here. A little bit of warm there. It's probably not even showing up on the camera, but nice warm. I need to refill this marker too, damn. It's going to be one of them days. Okay, warm gray number 1. You're back in there. Okay, so yeah, we're going to go with... I think I'm going to stick with that Scarlet Lake. We're going to start off with this Crimson Red, which actually makes a nice addition to blood, so I'm going to add some of that in. It's very bright and very red. So that's the one thing I like to have a couple different tones in my blood or any kind of liquid, really. I know this doesn't look super liquidy, but alright, Gamer Spirit, I'm looking forward to it. Remember to drop me your suggestions in like Facebook or an email or something. And I can't wait, man. Good luck at work. Have fun. And thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's start the eyes as this like red here. just like that. Actually, to bring it down, just a couple of dots of red here on the lip damage. And then I'd like to do a little bit of red here. Okay, Gamer Spirit. I will eagerly anticipate some Shrek art. A little bit of blood there on the hands where it's coming up from. And then let's put in some knuckles here too. Just some knuckle lines. It's even too light. Arm grade number 2. Do your magic. Creepypasta, Kevin, to my knowledge, they're like short stories well, they don't have to be short, but they're like stories online that are generally like quick little bites of creepy, like, weirdness and stuff. Like, they're short horror stories. Some of them don't take the form of even stories. Like, I like the SPC Foundation, which is all about these creepy, like, supernatural objects people are trying to protect, and they take more it's like case files for each one. So it's cool stuff. It's interesting. Jeff has green eyes. Oh no. I am afraid I can't fix that, CJ. Sorry. But yeah, I'm glad it still looks good. Is the background here too bright? I do not want it to draw away from the face and the stabbing. So if you guys think it's a little too bright, I can tone it down a bit. Otherwise, we are ready to start our inking journey, which will be good. But yeah, Kevin, I can recommend some, like I said, some of the creepypastas, like the NES Godzilla. Some of the Slender Man stuff. Marble Hornets is great. It's not even fiction. But it's like a web series, but it's good. The Slender Man. But yeah, it's interesting stuff. I recommend checking it out. I'd like to get more into it, but again, it's like, you know, there's movies I want to watch and games I want to play, so I don't know if I will get a chance to anytime soon or not, but something I'd like to look more into. And like I said, if anybody has any creepypasta recommendations, lay them out there. Because I'm always looking for interesting stuff, and maybe somebody else is too, you know? And CJ, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. It's all good. I think the red eyes look pretty damn cool. So we're going to stick with that. My palette here needs scrub. I was just inking earlier, so it's still a little wet. I hope it doesn't make it too tacky. And as I've been using lately, we are still using the 000 brush here. I'd like to play the Slender Man games. That Slender Man just in general creeps me out. I'm going to start here with doing the background. That way it's kind of out of the way of my hand since I'm right-handed. But yeah, the Slender Man game, that looks pretty cool. I love those kind of games where it's like, it's dark, you may or may not have a flashlight, you have to survive against like a almost like unkillable opponent, like by sneaking around and hiding and avoiding, and I think that stuff's kind of like fascinating. I don't know, it's an interesting experience. If you guys have ever played the Clock Tower games, they're kind of like that. You're definitely underpowered. Like there's no way for you to defeat the enemy, not until like later in the game when you do it by through like the story. But yeah, you have no power. or anything really, but it's just about like survival. It's pretty cool. Slender Man creeps me out too. I don't know why. I don't know why that Marble Hornets creeped me out when I watched it. Good Lord. Sweet monkey butter. Love the idea of things like that, like the Slender Man, the supernatural type entities that are they're so mysterious and so alien. Like you have no idea what they want and what they are and where they came from or anything like that. That's a fascinating like level of mystery and intrigue. At least I think so. I'm always intrigued by stuff like that, but it's kind of like the modern day H.P. Lovecraft stuff, like Cthulhu and all of the elder gods and stuff. That's what they were supposed to be like. They're so alien and so unknowable, and Slender Man kind of fills that gap. Yeah, I still really want to play both Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th. But Evil Within 2, I really want to play that, but I just, again, haven't. I'll have to check that one out. I'm always up for game suggestions. Let's add some hangers here. Just to let someone know it's a closet. Simple, but effective. Let's start putting in Jeffy's, little Jeffy's hoodie. And I'm going to make sure his outline is a little bit thicker than the background. Because again, I really want the attention and the focus to be on Jeff's face. Ooh, Evil Within 2. I'll have to check out a trailer for that. That's cool. I love horror games. I love horror anything. Have you guys watched any new movies or played any new horror games? I really want to play the Friday the 13th game. I think that would be awesome. Although, part of me, like, okay, so when I play a game, I love unlocking things, especially if they're, like, outfits for people. That's, like, my jam. Like, unlocking costumes and sticking people in them. So, to unlock different Jasons and stuff, that sounds amazing. Okay. Evil Within 2. That sounds good. Alright guys, this is, I've been coming along good so far. This is good to do. I'm always excited to get exposed to new stuff as well. So what do you guys, what are you thinking? Anybody have any cool Halloween plans coming up? By the way, I should ask. Halloween, the season of giving, is going to be upon us soon. Let's see here. Friday the 13th, single player mode. That would be cool. Multiplayer mode. Is multiplayer mode fun? Because some of them... Sometimes I hate multiplayer mode because you have to play with other people. Like other random strangers on the internet. Yeah, I definitely want to grab that. Friday the 13th sounds awesome. I've been, the only game I've been playing is still, I haven't played it even since last week, but Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. Anybody hear of that? Anybody play that one? Because I've been loving it. I'm maybe halfway through, I think, and it's just absolutely great. Highly recommended. Okay, let's get the sleeve put in here. And then just things like this in the background here, I don't need to focus too much on, you know. Just so long as you could tell there's some wrinkles there, and they generally go in the right direction of the arm, or at least the direction I feel it should go. It's good enough for me. Ooh, Kevin, that sounds awesome. Shape-shifting aliens that can be anything that you encounter. That actually sounds really cool. I love that paranoia angle. If you don't know what's what. That sounds cool. I have not played it. I haven't played the first one either. But that sounds awesome. That's what I love. I have to say, that's what I love about the like the gaming industry. Like, as the technology increases, the ability to do things like that, like to actually let, you know, your creativity come out, gets greater and greater. Like back in the Nintendo days, you know, we had great games. You know, but I think the limitations meant that you couldn't do stuff like that. You know, and I think it's cool that the technology is so far advanced that it allows people to do that. You want to make a game like that, you can do that. That's amazing to me. Chat is caught up. Got to keep checking to make sure we're all caught up. I'm just drawing some little chunklets in the blood here. Coming out, just so it's not all lines, you know. I'm generally kind of doing just a light brushing, and some of the areas where there's dots coming out, just like on the underside. Because if you tried to outline all this, I think it would look a little odd. Just enough to get the point across that there is blood and it is squirting hard. A new killer game where you're a janitor in a school and you have to hunt down the teenagers, but then you fight back and the killer can go in ghost state. Ooh. That sounds pretty good, actually. You know what? They could even skip the part where you kill the teenagers and just let me play like my dream as being a janitor in a school, you know? Wouldn't that be a game? Ugh. School Janitor Simulator 2017. You get to pick up like kids when they puke, and that right there is the fun stuff. They have Farming Simulator. Why don't they have Janitor Simulator? That sounds like a blast, though. And I think a school setting, especially if it was like all boarded up, would be a great, you know, because the kids, it's a very finite area, you know. Real life games. Oh, so much fun. Play your dreams. They could have like school bus driver simulator. It'd be good. Ooh, back in 90s Halloween? Yes, sign me up. Sign me up for that, my friends. So did anybody go see It? Like we were talking about It last week and drawing it? Drawing It? Did anybody go see it yet? I have not. I have not. I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to. But I've been hearing nothing but good things. Now let's add in some of this hair here. Yeah, I watched the clips too. It looks really good, I gotta say. I think it's gonna be a good one. And I think the drawing last week turned out pretty great of the two Pennywises. So I was all like pumped up, but yeah, unfortunately no It, no The Mummy. So I will be out of town this upcoming weekend. Hopefully when I get back, I'll get to rent The Mummy, and it will be great. Last year, huh? Alright, thanks, CJ. I'll have to check that out. I hope there's like a trailer. I loves me some 1990s Halloweens. The Halloweens I so fondly remember. Alright, this is coming along nice so far. Let's do Jeff's eyeballs now, start them. Okay. And I think I want Jeff's eyes here. I think I want them even darker. Around inside. Like I want them to look like black holes. Like I want them to look like they are just absorbing the light and happiness around them. Nice. There we go. I don't know if you guys can tell on the video if the ink is actually making them even blacker, which is good. I don't know how much my camera picks up and stuff. Yeah, last year, that sounds great, man. You had me at school, 1990s, Halloween. Oh, and janitor. Being a janitor. I hear you on that, CJ. Dark eyes are good stuff. So let's get Jeff nice dark eyes here. So yeah, white skin's hard to do because like you can't shade it that much. You have to keep it pretty subtle. But so the nose is next. I'm just like, man, that's going to be tough. But we'll get there. Hey, Kevin, if you're still watching, do you remember that time in the 90s that we were at the high school and we had to do the the haunted house, like in the hallway for the German class. 4 or 5 different killers. Jeez, oh man. That's a bad school. If I had kids at that school and I liked them, I would move them out of that school. Like, I'd send them to a different district. That sounds great. I love high school like horror movies. Like it's not very good, but Slaughter High with Carolyn Monroe is a ridiculous one and a fun one. It's a movie where a bunch of people that bullied some kid come back to their high school reunion, but the old school is like boarded up kind of deal, and they are trapped now with a killer. And he kills some guy at one point by dropping a riding lawnmower onto this dude's head. It's awesome. Alright, that's okay. That's good enough for me. Let's start moving on to the mouth. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, really. Telling the kids, it's like, little Timmy, come here, take a knee. You're not going to want to go there Halloween because I hear there's like 4 to 5 killers. Going to be, yep, 4 to 5. I know, that's a lot. You know, when I was watching the Scream series, I was thinking about this. I'm like, okay, after about the 3rd episode, the FBI should be involved heavily. Heavily. They should send like 5 or 6 agents at that point. But they don't. And that's just the thing, like if your high school has 4 to 5 serial killers in it, then that's... you're probably gonna get like the heavy duty law enforcement involved. That is just what I am thinking. Let's do it light on the teeth so they're not sticking out too much. Down here, same dealy. I'm giving him teeth like he's in a 90s comic book. FBI has no time for the small... Yeah, I think if your school had 4 to 5 killers, they'd make time. I don't know. Maybe they have a cutoff, like if they're like, ring ring, FBI. Yeah, hi, my high school has 4 to 5 killers. They'd be like, you know what, kid, call back when there's 6 to 7. Like, we don't deal with your small potatoes bull crap. You need at least 8 killers for the FBI to get involved. If your school has 10 serial killers at it, then you get 1 tank. That's it. Yep. 1 tank. Them's the rules, man. Yeah, I know the series would end. I've actually liked it so far, I gotta say. I'm surprised, because it's definitely not the show, like, for me. Like, it was not made for me or my generation or anything like that. But that being said, it's not bad. I am very surprised by how not bad it is. You know, I like the MTV show The Shannara Chronicles, so I was willing to take a chance on Scream, and I'm glad I did. Like, it's definitely not amazing or anything, but it's definitely way better than I expected it would be. So that's cool. So I just want to darken up his mouth slits here. A little more. Yes, yeah, CJ, I'm on the last episode, actually. I had it on before I started streaming, so tonight I'll finish it up. And then on to season 2. I did like the kid that got killed by farm equipment. That was great. And Kevin, the haunted school hall. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. I was in like a coffin and I had to scare people that came by. And everybody knew that there was like the body in the coffin would move, so I didn't scare anybody. Because the guides are like, look into the coffin. The body is dead, we assure you. And everybody's like, oh, that means it's going to be alive, so. Yeah, I was glad to see that guy go, too. I did not care for him at all. All the characters have nicknames in my minds, and his, like, I always called him, what was it, Blando McBoyfriend? Because I just did not like that kid. Like, I did not care for the kid, so when he got killed, I was like, awesome. Oh, some people peed on that. Oh, God. Kevin, that's terrible. I didn't know about that. Oh, Jesus. That definitely sounds like something that would have happened. I had never heard that before. That's gnarly, dude. Somebody peed on the tongue. Ugh. Well, if you're going to go to a haunted hallway in a high school, I mean, that's what you got to expect. Okay, let's add some shading here. I never knew about that. And Bates Motel is another one I want to catch up on. I watched the first season and I really liked it. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch the rest. I know they're on Netflix. But I didn't know there was a haunted hayride too. That's cool. So I'm going to give him the, like, hoodie, what do you call them? The little pull strings here. Here we go. And, yeah, I think this is wrapping up very rapidly. So what are you guys thinking? I'm just looking at this, and I'm trying to see what else needs done. Maybe a little bit up here. The Haunted. Hello, Blessed Parsley. How you doing today? The Haunted Hayride. No, I hadn't heard about that. Where's that at, CJ? Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not sure what else to do. I made it so he doesn't have, like, lips. So I'm not going to give him, like, a lower lip here or anything like that. I'm just going to keep it kind of plain like that. I think I'm going to add just a tiny, tiny highlight on the eye. Thank you, Blessed Parsley. And thank you, CJ, as well, for saying it looks good. Just like up in here, just a little do-do-do-do up in there. Real nice, like that. That'll be cool. Alrighty dighty. Yeah, let's sign her up. There we go. Very cool. All right, guys. And that is Jeff the Killer, the suggestion sent in by CJ, so thank you very much. One last reminder to you guys here that for next week we're doing a mashup. So send me your suggestions, just like everybody gets to send in 3. So send in, like, if you want to see, we talked about like Shrek, just say Shrek, or Darth Vader, or whatever it is that you want, and then I'm going to draw 2 out of the hat and mash them up. So send that to me in like a private message on Facebook, or a comment on a video on YouTube, or a comment on Facebook, or wherever it is. Just in the chat doesn't count because it's not permanent. It'll be removed as soon as I'm out of here. So get them to me by like 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time by next Thursday, and I'll put them all in the Sherlock Holmes hat and pull one of them out. And Jeff the Killer, I'm officially throwing that in the garbage because we did it. So I'm keeping the other suggestions from the other folks in there. But let's see here. Let's wrap up, and we're talking about the haunted hayride in Glen Mills, PA. Really? Did it really? Yeah, send it. Yeah, CJ, send it to me on Facebook, and I'll check it out. Is Glen Mills towards the east or west of Pennsylvania? Because I'm always up for cool things like that. Up by me, they have this thing called Zombies of the Corn, and it's a hayride, but you have paintball guns, and zombies come out of the corn, and you get to shoot them with your paintball guns. It's amazing. It's cool stuff. Just a little erasing right there. Good deal. I am not okay. Hi, how are you doing today? Glad you could make it. We are actually just wrapping up here. We drew Jeff the Killer today. And had a blast doing it. That's good. Guys, I think this turned out pretty cool. I didn't know a lot about Jeff the Killer, and now I know some more, so I'm excited about that. And he was a blast to draw. And I'll be putting this guy up on the Etsy shop here very shortly. And when I sell these, I always do... They always come framed. So, like, I take my not framed, but matted. So, like, that is what it will look like matted up real nice in an 8x10 mat that's ready to go. So if you see me at a convention or something like that, all my marker drawings are set up like that. So I think it turned out awesome, frankly. I think it's good. Oh, CJ East, that's okay, man. I'm always up for a road trip. Well, depending on if it's how busy I am, but I'll definitely have to check that out, so thank you. So, very cool. Oh, thanks, CJ. You don't have to do anything you don't want to, man. I'm not here to pressure anybody, but feel free if you want. I'll tape this guy up, get a picture, and get it up on Etsy here before too long. The Hitchhikers one from last week went, which was wonderful. So whoever bought that, if you're watching, thank you very much. But, all right, guys, that's it. I'm going to end the stream here, so give you a minute or two for any last comments or to say bye or whatever you want. And, yeah, that's about it. We'll see you next time. And get ready for Drawloween, which is coming up. Also, the Slasher Road Trip hopefully should be next week. And it'll be good stuff. All right. I am Noah, okay? Hello, how are you? Hello, I waved to you. Good deal. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Oh, thanks, I am none. I appreciate it. I will have a cookie. Delicious. Thank you, man. I hope it's oatmeal raisin, one of my favorites. But all right, guys, I do have to get rolling. So yep, now for the scan, we'll get it up. So all right, guys, thanks again. Throw me your comments for next week, your suggestions in like Facebook or wherever. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you on the next one. So goodbye. Good night.